Put the obligatory tweet out. All right. All right. Okay, we're live.
Hey.
Hello and welcome to episode 55. We really don't have a name for this anymore. We just kind of wing this as we go. So,
Every episode is its own title.
yeah.
Episode
So,
55.
am I right to address you as you want to be Rush Figures, Rush Collectibles?
Just call me Sal.
Okay. All right, Sal. Thank you.
Cool.
All right. It's nice to finally meet you and talk to you.
Same here. You guys should do. You know how Brutus the Barber Beefcake had like a new name every 6 months?
You know,
Yeah.
we did do something like that for a bit, you know.
Constantly. Every week was a different title.
The show with no name.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah. I mean, that's kind of how it goes. It's just two guys hanging out talking about nerdy shit, basically. So,
Hey, dude,
you know,
just two dorks talking toys.
yes,
There you go. I think we just came up with the name.
yeah.
Just two dorks talking toys. I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Two dorks. Two dorks. I was gonna go with like glow in the dork because of my obsession with glow in the dark shit.
That's actually
Oh,
awesome.
But
Oh my God. Sal, you don't even know, my brother.
it's like my whole desk is glow in the dark toys right
Dude.
now. Like right now, I'm in my living room, but when I get my basement done, I want to have a matte black wall and just all my glow in the dark stuff behind me glowing when the camera's on.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. So we'll get to that because I'm going to try to pitch a glow in the dark figure to you by the end of the night. So. We usually start off with
Well,
like, yeah,
should,
you know what? Yeah, let's allow you to introduce yourself and then we'll go from there.
So my name's Sal. I run Rush Collectibles, now rushfigures.com. And we produce retro action figures for wrestling, horror, superhero, and stuff I can't say yet.
presidents.
Presidents. There you
You
go.
know?
Yeah, I mean,
Can't forget about Georgie.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
I mean,
George about the pile driver
I know.
fucking Ric
I
Flair.
have my Trump here.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh,
So I take it you like wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, grew up loving wrestling.
Yeah,
Everybody, right?
Of course.
Loved Hogan, loved Warrior. And then just as I got older, I was just, always a fan. Of course, we were all fans during the Attitude Era, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then, give me a sec. I feel like I'm getting some feedback. Hello? Yeah.
Hello?
yeah. There's a little
All right,
bit.
sorry.
There's a little bit, but you're good, dude. Don't worry about it.
And then, we were all fans during the Attitude Era. Everybody loved Austin. And then it just carried on. As we all get older, it becomes that nostalgic Monday or Friday, or in some cases Wednesday. Just like chill and sit down, relax, and watch something you love,
Yeah.
good or bad, right? We don't, sometimes we get the good and the bad,
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
and it's a nice end to a hectic day sometimes.
Yeah, dude. No, I'm
It's fun to just check out, you know. And
I'm I'm a recent returner to
yeah.
wrestling.
Yeah, he came back around Mania.
Literally
last-
Mania
Oh, wow.
last year, me and Leo were just sort of shooting the shit, and he's like, "Hey, dude, what are you doing this weekend? It's Mania." And I was like, "Nothing. I haven't watched wrestling in maybe 15 years." And he's like, "Well, let's hang out." And like we streamed it in the Discord, and like both nights back to back. And ever since then,
He's into it.
since last Mania, I haven't missed a Raw. I haven't missed a SmackDown. I've watched every PLE. Like I'm in.
He's into it more than I am. Like I can't catch him all the time.
The product is good, as they say right now.
Yeah, there was a period where I completely fell out of it. I would say from probably right after CM Punk left, and then
Yeah.
came back right after he came back.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I mean,
there was a stretch there where I exclusively just watched the black and gold original NXT that was on the network.
Yeah.
And then once they started like tampering with that and Vince got into it, I was just like, oh, I'm kind of, not really into this. Cause at that time I was like I used to go to like the Ring of Honor events every time they were in Baltimore. I'd go see all the TV taping. So watching those guys going from Chikara and Ring of Honor to the NXT, that was kind of like my jam. And then Vince did some Vince stuff, and I took a little break. But yeah, I'm kind of back into it now. And then
I
you
was
know,
actually there the night in ROH when now Seth Rollins, back then was Tyler Black,
yeah,
won
Yep.
the ROH title for the first
yeah,
time. That place was free.
yeah, that's
It
awesome.
was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah, yeah, dude, that old school Ring of Honor, it was a lot of fun. It was
Jim
a
Cornette
lot
was
of
there.
fun. It was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
So retro style wrestling figures. Now, some of your other stuff, like when I scroll, I have some images, and I scrolled way down on your Instagram. You didn't really start with that, like you did, like the little like rubber style guys.
I thought I had one over here, but I don't. But yeah, I started out with the. So all right. So anybody who starts the business, and this is in general, right? There's two ways of starting a business. You start completely from scratch, or you start a business that ties into something, right?
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
in starting the toy business, my mindset was micro brawlers are huge. How do I do what they're doing, but something different?
Right.
So originally, it was just going to be a completely micro brawler themed business. I wanted to bend the license to the pro wrestling. I have a lot of connections in the licensing world. Clearly, I mean, you guys see that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and started rolling those out. But what I realized is people don't want second or third party micro brawlers. They want micro brawlers.
Yeah. They're
So
they're, they're already
that,
affiliated with that name. I got you.
Yeah.
or yeah. It's like some wrestling fans don't care about AEW. They see WWE as just wrestling,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? So it's the same thing. So in retracting, kind of pivoting, and I sat back. I was like, well, instead of just doing something that just ties to something, what do I love? If I'm going to do toys, I want to love it. I don't want to just do it to just try to make money, right?
Yeah.
So the retros came to mind. We all grew up with them, and I saw that Chella and even Zombie doing them. And at the time, it was just Chella and Zombie.
Yeah. And it wasn't a lot of them. It was only like one or two a year at that time.
I remember going on starting the business for the micro bro and getting the inspiration. It just inspired from the Chella page, going on their Instagram. This is even before I started my toy business, and I was like, how freaking cool is that? Even though whether people think it's bad, good or bad, but the Nick Aldis, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
somebody's doing retros, somebody's
The
doing,
the
third
Hayabusa
party.
is what got me.
Say again.
The Hayabusa figure is what got me because
Hayabusa,
he's one of
Big
them guys.
Daddy.
When I was a kid and I started learning about wrestling outside of the WWE and WCW, I saw this guy. So like every SmackDown or Raw versus Raw game, I have to create Hayabusa. And then seeing a retro figure made of him, I was like, I need that. And then that's what kind of like, damn, I remember these as a kid, and these are awesome.
The first time I saw Hayabusa was when Rob Dam and Sabu had the tag team title in CW, and Hakushi and Hayabusa came in to challenge the title.
Shit.
That was
Shit.
the first time my first time witnessing him. And I was like, that guy's freaking cool. So
Yeah.
now when I see that retro, I'm like, God, somebody's doing these cool retro. And I was like, maybe down the line I would do something. So after the micro brawler thing didn't work, I kind of sat back and said, maybe retro's the way to go. But I want to do stuff that's like outside the realm. I don't want to do something that people are just going to expect, right? You can expect to see like a Road Warrior, you know, you would see those coming a mile away, right?
Yeah.
So I was sitting there thinking like, shit, if I'm going to start going after some licensed wrestlers, who the hell, who would I want to go after? And I was just sitting there one day and I was, man, Roadblock, so freaking cool. And I loved Roadblock for some reason growing up, WCW and Saturday Night, and he was on Nitro a few times. But I remember just seeing him, and it was such an awkward character, but it fit in the early '90s, and I could have seen it in WWE in like 1993. Um, so I think that's what appealed to me about the character. And he had this really stupid move where he would like stand on the outside of the ring and just roll over the top rope and squash the guy. But it was just literally like if this was the rope, it would just go boop.
Just
But there was something
backward.
so charming about the character.
Yeah.
So I wound up spending a couple of months looking for Roadblock and wound up getting his contact through somebody. And this is before I had connections in that part of the world to get those connections and start those conversations with wrestlers. But I wound up getting his phone number, giving him a call. I was like, hey man, I want to do an action figure of you. And this guy was so down to earth, so freaking cool. And it was a dream come true just kind of talking to him. And I was like, he was like, "Are you gonna pay me for this?" And I was like, "Yeah." What do you think? I'm not gonna pay you for this? So yeah, yeah, yes, you're gonna get paid for this. And he's like, "Hell yeah!" Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so he wanted to give me a connection with Lashley, and I wound up getting a connection through a licensing firm that had the uh, connection to the family of French Angel, where I would get that license. Like I said, wrestlers and characters that are so out far the realm that you would even ever think you were going to get. That's my mindset.
Yeah.
So then
And
Jonah came available. I was reaching out to him, Ron Speed, and wound up getting him to okay a figure. And it was so much fun. I mean, it was uh, it was a dream come true, and just in the beginning, it was an amazing experience. And then I think everybody knows, like, down the line what kind of happened. And, but sometimes, you know, you learn from those mistakes and you try to grow and be better. Um, which everybody knows that there were issues with the first wave of figures, and there was cracking on the side of the figures, and that was a factory issue. But since then, I went getting new factory, and now we don't have any issues with cracking or anything falling off, falling apart. Like you can pull off these arms if you want to,
Oh wow,
and you can put them back together.
I didn't even know
nice.
that. I have it. I mean, like I sit here, I play with the Frankenstein. I've never even tried to pull the arm off. And like
That's incredible.
So yeah, you theoretically you could pull these figures apart and put them back together.
so now we can kit bash and make more shit.
You could
Oh
do
no.
some crazy stuff.
Oh
you
no,
you add
Sal.
modularity in a line. I'm always in.
Oh,
I'm
that's
addicted to these damn things right now. These little Glyos guys and like
Yeah.
there's
yeah.
nothing Leo loves more than popping his toys apart and
Oh,
making his
that's
own
all part of
toys.
it. Like GI Joes, man. I would just take them apart and make my own Joes when I was a kid.
This
That's
So
the
dude's
best.
this
so
dude's
that
double.
was done really to minimize any issue in the future. Nobody can say that that's an issue anymore. Uh, so I did my diligence. I did what I had to do to fix it, and I did. Uh, I sculpt all my figures myself. I don't hire a sculptor. Everything
Hot
that
damn.
from A, say again.
I said hot damn.
Bad
Yeah,
dude.
everything from A to Z, I pretty much handle with the business.
It's
So whether
amazing.
it's the creation, design, shipping, dealing with the social media, um, it's all one guy. So
It's a lot, dude. That's
Oh yeah, no, it's a
that's a
lot.
hell of a lot.
And I have a full time job.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But when you fall in love with something, just that love for something just pushes you through. And even though I was getting tons of negative comments, um, you know, it almost fueled that of wanting to prove everybody wrong. And uh, going back to like I was saying, where I wanted to do figures that were so outside the realm, and you just had one in your hand. Um, I as when I was growing up, right, and I'm sure we all did custom figures and stuff like that. But when I would play with the retros, I would always say, "Why is there a monster retro?" Or why can't I have a Michael line? Or why can't I have these type of action figures? In my
I
retro style.
I
So,
again,
but
you know, being younger, playing the wrestling games, I would always make goofy characters, monsters, and crazy. I would never use the in-game characters. I would make my own crazy shit. So seeing everything that you got cooking, man, like, and then with all the retros hitting me because I recently just swore off like all like the big scale wrestling figures. I only do retro wrestling figures now,
that's all.
and everything's just hitting, and I'm like, oh, all this shit now. This is so cool. So I'm gonna bring up the
Yeah,
Kickstarter here, man. To
yeah,
bring
yeah.
up
We're
this
talking about
page.
monsters next
So we,
anyway.
yeah, that's a good segue there because this thing is kicking ass.
Yeah.
You know, you've hit your goal. We got 178 backers. We need that 200, right? Or I
Well, we
want
need 200 to get the
to get
second version of the song.
the zombie. Yeah, I want that
Yeah,
zombie
yeah.
tag team. So we got to get some more people back in that. And
So
then
yeah, I mean, the idea with the Kickstarter, and I was telling a friend of mine because originally everybody made fun of me. Everybody said this guy's doing a Kickstarter, makes him look amateur. This guy's
That's
doing
fucked
a
up.
Kickstarter. Why is he doing a Kickstarter?
That's unnecessarily fucked up.
yeah,
Oh
I
yeah, I
mean,
mean,
a lot
it
of
is what
people have
it
done
is.
Kickstarters. Well, you got to do what you got to do.
No, but it's
Sure.
not even that. McFarlane had a Kickstarter.
Right.
Dude,
Yeah.
there's
So
there's YouTubers that have no clue what the toy industry is that have twice launched a Kickstarter and failed.
yeah,
And yet here you are, a man who's made toys and are succeeding at a Kickstarter. So like,
I mean, this line here, he just did a Kickstarter for new tooling. The
yeah,
next wave. That's all. That's all it
yeah,
was. It's just to get the funds for new tooling. I mean, these are not in stores. These are boutique level items here. It takes a while to get this shit going.
and and here's the truth. Did I really need to do a Kickstarter? No. I could have run a pre-order with the pre-order money and my personal money,
Well, yeah,
produced the
because that's
thing.
how I got. You had the Frankenstein up, and then I believe I pre-ordered the Nosferatu as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
I backed the base wave of figures. I'm not into the bloody stuff, but I did back the
and
initial base wave.
thank you, bro. Uh,
'Cause-
but the idea with the Kickstarter is, and every business goes through this, right? They have to find new customers, and they need to find a way to promote their product to people who necessarily wouldn't have seen them in the first place, right?
yeah.
yeah.
People don't realize that Kickstarter has 8 million people
Oh,
that go on
there's.
Yeah.
every month.
I'm constantly, you back one thing on Kickstarter. I constantly get bombarded with emails now of things in that realm
Yeah.
of things that I'd be interested in, and I've backed a few things because of it.
So
I
some
so
of
it
the things
works.
on here are so cool.
I'm a big like miniature painter. Like I play a
Yeah.
lot of Warhammer, that kind of stuff. So I've backed plenty of larger corporations Kickstarters just on the minis alone. So I constantly get bombarded with like, "Hey, you backed this one. What about this one?" But when we covered this, yeah, I don't personally collect like retro style wrestlers, but I mean, I backed it. I want a creature from the Black Lagoon. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, bro.
Like I'm
Well,
in on
yeah,
a Frankie, and like I'm
the
ready to ride it.
But yeah, we've hit a few kick. We got the regular zombie unlocked. We're getting
Yep.
close to the tag team zombie. Creatures unlocked.
Hell yeah.
Van Helsing's unlocked.
Hell yeah.
We got to get this blob. I
I
need this
got it.
blob in my
I
life,
need the
man.
blob, dude.
I want to
need
get
it.
the blob.
Yeah.
The blob is so damn cool. Like that's an awesome sculpt, man.
That's
And
it.
it's so out of the box too, because you think most people think monsters are your universal monsters. Well, you'll get those in there. But me, man, I was a horror guy growing up, and one of my favorite horror movies is the actually the '80s remake of The Blob. You
That movie's
know,
awesome.
and I love that movie, and just seeing the skeleton reaching through his stomach there, that
Yeah.
oh, that's badass.
Thanks, man.
No,
Yeah, no, there's actually a figure in a line called Then the Intergalactic Ninja. And
okay.
the character's name is Lord Contact. You can look
Oh,
him up, you can Google him. That's semi where I got the inspiration for the version of my block.
that's cool as hell.
Yeah.
I
So
love
there's
that.
actually an action feature on there where you pull out that and you could put ooze in there and then push it back
Yes.
in and ooze will come out of his mouth.
So he can have ooze. That's
That's
badass.
so cool, dude. That's such like early TMNT Playmate
It's
shit.
very
I love,
like
Yes.
90s
I
gross out
love it
figures.
so
Yeah.
much, dude. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Thank
Yeah. So we're the Kickstarter ends. It ends next week, right? The 10th, correct?
you. Yeah. Well, 10 more days.
Yeah.
10 more
Okay.
days.
Yep.
See you.
10 more days. We're close, guys. Let's get this blob. Come on. Let's get the blob.
So yeah, and I got so many more concepts that
I have some. You know what? I'm just gonna bring that out now. Let's just remove that, and we'll.
Whoa, why is Big Nico on the screen? I don't like that.
Yeah, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. I'm not skilled in this thing yet.
I know.
All right, add scene. So the ring. You put the ring up, and
God, that's so cool.
I've been like, I need a ring for my retros, right? And
hold on, let me get something. Hold on.
Oh,
oh
shit.
shit.
Oh shit. We got the scoop. We got a scoop. What's up, Leo? You having a good time?
I'm having a great time. How are you?
I'm having a great time too.
Sorry about your phone, man. That is
It's all good, dude. I'll figure it
Right,
out.
I'm back.
tomorrow.
So
He's
I
back.
did make a sample with the factory.
I have this picture here.
Yeah. So they actually made it too big.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So this thing is massive.
Oh no.
So the ring is actually going to be the same size as the retro ring.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
if you can just use your imagination for a second,
Yeah.
this
Oh,
will
look how
be the
big.
size of the ring.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
But they made it. They made originally I was going to do it in multiple pieces so I could make it cheaper
Yeah.
to do the print. And they were like, okay, and they made each piece the size of a retro.
That's insane.
So this ring is huge, but
That's massive.
it's gonna be this size. The
They-
turnbuckles are gonna come out,
Oh my god. That's so dope.
and of course, it's gonna be on all four sides, right?
Yeah.
I'm waiting on the new sample, but and the ropes are gonna be silicone, and they're
Okay.
gonna look like electricity.
That's so cool.
So yeah, so these are just gonna slide.
the top's gonna glow in the dark, right?
So,
He's gonna ask you that every time.
Yo,
Every time. Every time, Sal.
this will not glow in the dark.
You heard it here first, guys. Rush Collectibles, Donker Frankenstein's lab ring will not glow in the dark.
But once the mold is made, I can do anything I want to do at that point.
There you go.
So you never know.
You never know. You never
you
know.
know what would be cool? Like a play set that the ring sets on, so you can have like a moat where you can put like the monster, like the creature swimming around on the side or something.
Oh my
Well,
god.
I don't want to give anything away, but
You're
there's
good?
plans for some very cool stuff. Like I said, this is a possibility.
Yeah,
Meaning, I can produce this.
that's No, I want that because I need a ring, and I'm like, you know what? I once you saw that, I haven't bought a ring from Mattel yet because I've seen that, and I was like, I'll just throw all my retros in a cool ring. You know, I don't need a basic ring
Yeah.
unless they come out with like a retro ECW ring. I probably won't buy one right now. I don't
So
need
I
different
have,
manias.
all right, I'm not that I'm letting anything out of the bag, but there are some plans to do other rings.
Okay.
I did
Oh,
mention on a live video that I'm
I
doing.
dove through the Instagram. I have questions.
Yeah, I do have a plan to do an Egyptian ring.
That'd be sick.
Oh, like different like stages, like old school video. Okay, all right.
So yeah, so all right. Uh,
You don't have to.
so
You don't let us pull everything out of you.
Yeah.
Don't.
no,
Don't.
no, no. The goal. I have a friend who does 8-bit video games, and the goal is for him to do one level to see how it looks, see how it plays.
Yeah, yeah.
It'll be Frankenstein, Nosferatu. It's going to be Mortal Kombat like. So they're going to be you'll be fighting off against one another, and each level will be a different ring. So this is going to be one of them.
That's awesome.
So like I said, I do have a complete 3D model already for Egyptian ring, uh, but it's gonna depend on how the thing does, and uh, I'm working with somebody on this. I have an investor on this one, and let's say there are plans for wrestling rings with 6 sides.
Oh,
Oh shit.
oh shit. Okay.
So there's some very cool stuff. Like I said, I don't give everything out of the bag yet, but I'm about to do some very unique things with retro rings, and uh, uh, that's as far as I go. But it's gonna flip the business upside down.
That's fucking sick, dude.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome.
That's incredible.
Oh yeah.
So we you posted an update the other day with some tooling, the molds for Nosferatu,
Yeah.
correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So they're about to start the injection process on Nosferatu.
Okay.
They're having a little difficulty with the rat, so the tail needs to be made thicker.
so
And
being
the pro-
being one guy, because we watch streams and hear all the other big toy companies talking about the tooling and the back and forth and maybe sending a guy over there. Being one guy, how much more difficult is that to do?
being one guy who oversees everything and does the design and signs the contract, it if I was in a night owl, like I'm up at 4 in the morning almost every night. If I wasn't a night owl, this would be impossible.
Okay.
Like you can't go to sleep at 11 o'clock at night and expect to do something like this. It's not going to happen.
Right.
And so yeah, it's extremely difficult. Uh, but like I said, I'm the type of guy where I give up.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. You're going to tell me my figures suck. Let's just say mention your name. I don't care how big you are. You're not going to stop me. you know.
Yeah.
So, uh,
Uh,
so one guy doing all of this, it's a test, bro. It's a test.
Nah,
no,
dude.
it's
Fucking I gotta commend you, my brother. I
no,
gotta
yeah, it
truly commend
definitely,
you.
man, much
There's a
respect.
labor of love and it shows with what you make. Also, I gotta say real quick, once I get paid again, because Leo's got me hooked on wanting to get a couple retro wrestlers. I need me a Vader, you know what I'm saying? I'm a big Van Vader man. Um, I need to get me a Chris Van Vliet, dude. I'm listening to Insight every day.
Yeah,
I was just listening to the Lex Luger episode he put up before I destroyed my phone on accident. So like I need to get me a Chris for the fighting fig fed, you know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, Chris is such a good guy. Um,
Yeah.
like I don't think anybody realizes how nice of a guy he is.
From just watching his content, I can tell that dude's the most genuine fan of wrestling, and all he wants to do is let people tell their stories. So
Yeah,
it's great shit.
yeah, he's great at interviewing. He's in what does he say? I've interviewed The Rock 8 times now.
Yeah,
Um, but
incredible.
yeah, super nice guy. Um, eh, you know, I think he's number 2 or number 1 in the wrestling space right now,
That's awesome.
or number 3, one of the above. He's in the top 5,
Yeah,
and yeah, very nice guy, very cool guy. Um, he's doing a bunch of live shows now, where he
Yeah.
interviews people live on stage, um, which you can go to the live
So
events and get wrestling figures to see
so like
how.
that's awesome.
signing him on, was that like, I mean, I'm sure someone else had to have approached him too, or did just no one ever ask him and he was just like, hell yeah, let's do it.
I don't think anyone asked him ever,
That's
uh,
crazy.
That is crazy.
and so
Being in
like I
that
said,
space, like
it's in my opinion, it's a no brainer, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
he's
When I
this modern generation style of like a Mean Gene, where he's out there getting everybody to talk to him, and he's just completely separate of the product.
I mean, somebody close to Cardona told me that um, it's a good get, and
Huh.
he's pissed that I'm not.
There you go, dude.
And but yeah, very nice guy. And I don't know why anybody didn't never approached him. But in starting this business, like I started at the very beginning, I do the obscure, which is always the goal for this, and you're always going to get the unexpected from me. And I think Chris Van Vliet is an unexpected.
Yeah, no, I definitely think it was.
Oh,
He's
No,
yeah.
it's fucking
so it's
awesome.
a good get. So, like I said, dug through your Instagram. This is still going to be in the works.
Oh, I was waiting for this.
I'm going to ask about all this.
I was waiting
I
for
don't.
this one.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying tell me if it's. This is still in the realm of this monster line, right? Because I love this. I'm a sucker for jack o' lanterns and stuff.
So in order to produce this specific figure and we'll say accessory, the horse,
Right.
I'm looking at around $15,000. So originally the goal was to hit 40, and if I had hit 40,
Yeah,
this was going to be the 40 goal.
Okay.
yeah,
Um, now, when I did my first Kickstarter, we got like 8,000, hit 8,000, but that was
yeah.
the goal was never to get the Kickstarter hit the 10,000. So the guy doing the rings with me, he reached out like, let me pay for the rest of it, and we'll prove everybody wrong. I said, bro, appreciate it, but that's not why in the Kickstarter. The Kickstarter is to get new customers, right? Find new people, not just for the money, but to find people. So uh, uh, this was the $40,000 goal in that Kickstarter, which I canceled. Redid the Kickstarter, which is what we have right now, and I did the goal at 6,000. And I'm clear. I mean, you guys can see it. We've blown way
Yeah,
past,
dude.
Yeah.
and this uh, figure is still in the pipeline. And what I'm hoping is to maybe do this as its own maybe Kickstarter, because
Okay.
what I would like to do is I want to keep the monster as a Kickstarter exclusive,
Okay.
Okay.
and the reason why I deal with mainly the wrestling fans, right?
Yeah, of
Right.
course.
There are some wrestling fans that will buy, or there's a lot that won't because they just collect wrestling, and that's
They
okay
just
too.
want wrestlers,
Right.
and that's it.
But Kickstarter, like I said, has the ability to find new people who are interested in something different. And
Yeah.
so I think if I can keep monsters as a Kickstarter exclusive, I think I don't see any issue with any of them funding uh, as long as everything goes to plan.
Yeah, of
Everything comes
course.
on time, everything hits when it's supposed to hit, everything gets in your hands when it's supposed to get in your hands, which is good. And uh, uh, goal is to do one of these every quarter.
That's awesome. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
that's the goal.
I
That's so
absolutely
cool.
love this design. I'm a sucker for Jack o' lanterns, headless horseman.
His favorite Motu guy is Scareglow, so this is
Yeah.
like a no-brainer. You know what I mean?
Is it because he
He
glows?
does. I mean,
Nah,
there's
dude, it's
there's
so
more though.
cool.
Like you got
Yeah,
Krampus. I didn't even
God.
know you. I missed this one. This one slipped by me until I saw it the other day.
Oh, that's so rad.
That is red.
So
That
this
is.
this one I might be backing off of because
Okay.
uh, I don't say anything, but you'll see very soon why I'm going to back off of it.
So I'm
Good.
your friend at Hassle
Yeah.
Toys has a Santa, which I
Yeah.
reached out to him and I was like, "Will you ship to the U.S.?" So I guess I'm gonna kind of put two and two together here. Why you're
I'm not
backing
saying
out?
anything. It's none of my business.
Of
That's
course,
Okay.
that
All
person's
I
right.
business.
All right.
But
understood.
Fair
for
enough.
me, I'm going to back off the Krampus and maybe let someone else do it.
Fair
Maybe,
enough.
maybe somebody's got that holiday unlocked while you're
Yeah.
in the Halloween space.
As
You know
long
what
as
I'm
I can
saying?
get to it, because right now Santa says it only ships in the UK, so maybe you'll have to help me out and get me one over here. You know, if and then you mentioned that your poo is going to be restructured into your retro
Yeah.
line,
That's cool as hell, dude.
Yeah.
which
So
which now I really want one, and so I'm hoping you put it back up. I know you said you're not sure. Yeah,
yeah. So, um, yeah. So, prices in China change all the time, right?
Yes, they
right.
yes
So
they
they'll
do.
give you one price, and what'll happen is, you'll wait like 3 months, 6 months, you're ready,
The
and
price
that
goes
price
up.
is double.
Yep. I
So, go
I
ahead.
work I work for a medical supply company and I have
Yeah,
to deal with a lot of our international freight because a lot of our drug testing cups are manufactured in China. So I have to constantly deal with either the factory getting shit on trucks to get to the dock or the dock people trying to charge me 2 times what the rate should have been to get my shit to California. So I get you 100%. And right now, everything is a fucking nightmare.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't bring outside work into this, but you get me. You know what I mean?
I hate
It's,
my job too.
it's,
I
it's
hate my job
Jesus
too.
Christ, brother. Man.
Oh shit.
Uh,
But
But that's why we play
yeah.
with toys,
So
right?
yeah,
say
yeah,
it again.
dude.
That's why we play with toys because it's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's why I'm up to 4 in the morning trying to make toys for you guys to play
Exactly, dude. No, and we appreciate it.
with. But so the price jumped significantly for a 7-inch figure. So it makes sense for me, not just because a bunch of retro. I mean, not just for price, but I'm doing a bunch of retros.
Yeah,
Hmm.
So it makes sense to add into the retro world. I'm full on a horror line.
Yeah,
Why is Winnie the Pooh not a part of the retro line?
that honestly makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So I'm going to decrease the size to a retro. And what's great is because I'm making it smaller, I can do more accessories. So
That's a good point.
there's gonna be stuff included that I haven't even mentioned. Like,
a
I mean,
chains.
this I did mention where he was gonna come with a severed head.
Let's
So
see.
this is still coming with it, but there's gonna be an act. There's gonna be the mallet that he has in his
Yeah,
hand right now. Uh, there's gonna be a machete. There's gonna be a few
It's gonna be
extra
loaded.
things to make up for it.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I definitely need to get in on this. Is there going to be extras, or is it all? Is like the pre-order sold out on this, or
Oh, there'll be extras on this. Not because they didn't. Well, also it didn't sell as well as hoped, but I mean that's not going to stop me from producing it.
Of
okay?
course.
But the licensor wants a lot of their website and stuff. So
Well, because they have a whole like universe in the works now. That kind of
yeah,
came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
I didn't expect this to be an expanded type cinematic
I
universe.
I didn't either.
I mean I only have the Winnie the Pooh license,
Yeah,
Right?
but um, yeah, I mean they're going all in on the they're calling it the Twisted Child universe.
Yeah, because what is it? Grinch, Peter Pan's in there,
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio's in
Sorry,
that.
yeah, there's a bunch. Yeah,
They actually,
Aren't they doing like a
I
fucked up Bambi too?
I saw Pinocchio uh, uh, pup prior to anybody seeing it because they originally threw me the opportunity to do it for a figure, and the amount of expression this thing is able to get
That's creepy.
is so freaking cool. Like, uh, I think they have more potential with that Pinocchio than anything they're doing. But that Pinocchio is going to be all
That's awesome, dude.
Very cool.
real.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
I'm very excited. That's
You
so cool.
you announced this a while back, and this man, this is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, I mean, so me and Mitch are doing this together, and I have like a ton of contacts in the licensing world. Worked in the licensing world for 18 years. I still work in the licensing world.
Oh
I have
wow.
a lot of connection
Yeah.
to the some say again?
I no, I was
No,
just
no,
agreeing.
please. We're
Yeah,
just
go ahead.
commenting. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. When I hear you, I hear myself twice. So I'm
Oh, I'm
wait a
Oh
sorry.
minute,
shit.
you know.
Oh shit. My bad.
So I have connections to Warner Brothers, Marvel. I have all those connections, but uh, so when I reached out to the licensing representative, I was, "What do you have that would be in my budget and a smaller license that I can because I can't handle Marvel or anything like that, and I don't have the money for it, right?"
Yeah.
Uh, so I was looking at like the list of like licenses that I try to go after. One was dumb, not interested, you know. Uh, David and Goliath, no thanks. And so I saw Return of the Living Dead, and 2 days prior to that, me and Mitch are sitting down on just like we're doing right now, and I was like, "Bro, how cool would it be if we got Return of the Living Dead?" And we both expressed to one another, "Oh, it's our favorite zombie," and we were just like giggling. We were talking about, it, and I was like, "That naked girl was so hot," you know.
So,
I was like, "Trash was so hot," you know.
Oh
And
my god.
so
2 days later, I called Mitch and I was like, "Bro, answer the phone, answer the phone." He goes, "What?" I'm doing labels, and I said, "Check your email." He goes, "Why?" I said, "Sign it and send it back." And he goes, "What is it?" And he looked at it and he goes,
that's so cool.
"Oh my god," you know. And I was like, "Merry Christmas, brother," you know.
I
Amazing,
mean,
And
dude.
so
dude,
we're sharing the license, and his factory is producing the figure. I'm doing all the packaging, and his sculptor is going to sculpt the figure.
you
Uh,
you
Awesome.
you kind of struck gold because they just announced a sequel to the original movie.
and the stuff he told us about this new movie, which I don't want to give away if we
No.
have it or not, but um,
So I
go
took from that teaser trailer him walking through the snow. I'm not
yeah,
taking it as real snow. I'm taking that as like a nuclear winter because they dropped a nuke on the town at the end of the original movie. You know,
I tell you,
You're good. No, no
I
worries.
know, no, no. I'm not saying tell me, but what also is funny. I seen on YouTube. I think there's a Kickstarter film coming up called Trash's Revenge too, and they're going to have a lot of the original actors in it. So
well,
Return of the Living
I
Dead,
think that's a fan film.
yeah, but I mean, still, that's going to drum up
Yeah,
It's more
more vibes. You
conversation.
know,
Yeah, it's
more
more.
conversations, more talk. You
Oh,
know, it's crazy because this is one of these zombie movies I've loved my whole life, and now it's kind of like on a resurgence again.
yeah.
growing, baby. It's a cult classic.
It is. But some people like the dog on the ones with the slight humor in it, which fuck them.
No,
Fuck.
I think the two best zombie movies ever made, my opinion, are Return to the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead.
The Scott Snyder James Gunn one.
There's the Zack Snyder one.
Yeah,
That shit's
yeah.
incredible.
I like that one a lot. Yeah,
I
So
was
I think those are the two best.
I
And
was
sometimes not everything has to be so serious, and
No,
it's
Oh,
freaking zombies.
yeah,
I
bro.
like a little bit of comedy in my heart. I mean, my
Oh yeah,
favorite character is Freddy. I gotta have some
That
humor in there.
whole intro to the Zack Snyder one
Oh,
is
dude,
just
yeah.
it's so fucked but so cool in the best of ways. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Yeah, it's
Oh yeah,
rad.
no,
That was such a different movie for
It's
yeah.
the
crazy
zombie movie.
take,
That's why I like it so much. It's
but it
very
worked. It worked. That went on to create what became the modern staple of like surviving a building, small group of misfits, like the very Walking Dead esque type of zombie survival stuff.
Yeah.
I know you can't reveal anything. I'm still gonna ask, but I'm not gonna ask yet. But it says and more to come. Now, is that for Return of the Living Dead? Does that encompass the new sequel? How about any of the other sequels, like, or is it just for this film? Your rights. Okay,
Can't say. Oh, all
fair
right.
enough.
Well,
Fair enough.
we'll keep our eyes on any news
I
that
mean,
breaks.
any news, I'll be talking about it for
Don't
sure. So
you got a spot on the show? Don't even worry. We'll bring anything you drop, my
Guys, I have some Return of the Living Dead news. Sal, I'll see you in 10 minutes. All right.
friend. Nah, dude, that's awesome, man.
that's
So
so cool.
I gotta ask, growing up, what was like your go-to line? Like everybody loves toys, what's like that one toy that you're like, that was my favorite, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, I think it's everybody's favorite, but my favorite line of all time is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
fuck yeah.
I mean,
it's
I
Hell
had
yeah.
when I tell you I had
a hard line to hate. That's a great line.
Dude,
I had every single figure plus duplicate.
that's so
So on Christmas, my birthday, my grandmother would just get me Master Splinter. I'm not even
yeah,
joking.
that's
I
so
had so many Master Splinters. What I used to do is I used to take the robot.
yeah.
I used to hide them around the house,
Oh my god.
and I used to scare the shit out of my mother.
Just have fish
Oh my
rats
She would
everywhere.
think it's
just
the
giant
rat.
rats everywhere.
So if you just turn the head like this, right? If you
Yeah,
have like a weird tilt
yeah.
and you like crouch him over, he looks like he's just like peeking out,
Yeah, it's like a
you know.
creepy rat. Yeah.
And my mother would be watching
Hilarious.
TV. She looks down. She's like, "What the fuck is that?"
Oh my god, dude.
And it's just Splinter.
That's so funny,
Yeah.
dude. That's amazing.
Or I would put one by the toilet, so when she went to go use the bathroom,
There's a
Oh
rat in the
shit.
bathroom.
he closes the door. All you hear is, ah! You know?
That's
So yeah, I had so many Master Splinters, so many Foot Clan. I mean, just because nobody was like, no one in my family was talking to my mother saying, "Who does he have? Who does he doesn't have?"
buy whatever they
They would
find.
just grab whatever they found.
My
Yeah,
grandmother went to this neighborhood CBS. She's like, "Oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't know if I got on this one, but I'll get it." Right. So I
yeah.
got Master Splinter again. Yeah.
There you go, dude. That's so funny,
Army
man.
building
Yeah.
Splinter.
But it's definitely Turtles. Definitely
Okay.
Turtles.
Yeah, got your stars and stripes. Trump is almost done. That's now this is not in the president's line, correct? Like Trump is not
No, no,
part of
no.
your
This
president's
is
line.
kind of its own thing.
Okay.
Okay.
I plan on doing another Trump down the line that's more beefed up.
Just
Okay.
more in the vein
Because
of the other presidents.
yeah, yeah, because this new line of presidents is going to be,
Well, we'll get right to
you'll
that. Here, there's
it,
there's
There you go. Look at that.
Washington
like
right there.
Washington wasn't that beefed up,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so
Yeah. No,
awesome,
no.
though. Like, if we're gonna get a Washington figure, that's the way to do it.
Yeah. Just go the full on Americana mind's eye
Yeah,
of the first guy that did it. You
just
know what I'm
the
saying?
caricatures, man. I love
I
it.
love the fucking cherry tree chop right
Yes.
on there.
So yeah, so they're all going to be like bulked up
Yeah.
retro presidents,
Yeah.
and
They
down the
got to
line I'll do another Trump where maybe like
they
his sleeves are ripped off,
Oh,
Oh,
that's
shit.
so
you
good.
know.
They
Like,
gotta look like they can fight Hogan for the heavyweight belt. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
they can't just be
Oh,
some namby
that's the
pampies.
thing. Let me throw a little. I mean, you have comparison pictures all over the place, but here's my I got
Frankie,
Sting and I got Frankenstein right here, man, and they're a 1-to-1. These
there
guys
you
can
go.
throw Throw
He can
down.
throw it down. Yeah, he just picked up. He's very proud of that Sting. He just
I'm
found
very
it.
proud of that Sting. I just got that one.
Yeah.
I got the mask Taker set on the way. It was on sale on Mattel Creations with Vader, Mask Taker, Paul Bearer, and the King, Jerry
Yep.
King.
Yeah.
King
Yeah,
Lawler. Yeah.
yeah. I'm very
That's
excited to get those. I think I
that's
get them
awesome.
tomorrow. I think they
That's
come
awesome, dude. The fucking
tomorrow. And
presidents.
then
That's gonna be so much
your
fun.
the Golden Age of Heroes. Now,
Speaking of Vader, I'm going to interrupt.
no,
You're
go
good.
ahead.
Oh
And
no, dude.
it's not me, but Epic, from what I hear, has Vader. So they're going to be doing their own Vader as well.
Oh,
I
From
want
what
really?
I know.
I
Because
want that.
I have,
I want that.
I really like this. I picked this up, and then I have the DDP on the way. I found one.
Hell yeah, dude.
So that's actually two different companies. So the DDP is Epic,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's FC Toys.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
So
two different companies, but they look great. That DDP is, I think, probably Epic's best figure. To be
yeah.
honest,
That's sick as hell, dude.
Yeah, it was like I really wasn't into them at that time, and then it kind of sold out. But then I seen one for whatever it would cost to get imported over here,
yeah,
and I was like, "Ah, well, fuck it, I'll grab it." So
Yeah.
I should be here this weekend.
yeah, that figure's awesome.
Yeah,
That's so cool, man.
yeah, yeah,
That's
man.
so
And
rad.
then your Golden Age of Heroes. Now, is this like I guess like what do we call this? Like where it's like open license heroes,
Yeah,
or are these original types of heroes? Like
yeah.
what do you got going on here?
So I have the Valiant license for Valiant Comics.
Really?
Shit.
Yeah. So Bloodshot.
Yeah.
Wow. Congratulations. That's
Exo
awesome.
Manowar, Archer and Armstrong.
Shadow Man. If you look at,
That's sick as hell.
I don't think I have them on that page, but if you go
Yeah.
to my
Ah,
personal, is it on my personal? If you go to, I think it's Sal from Parts Unknown, and you should be able to see the 3D model for Bloodshot and Shadow Man. Don't hold me to it. Let's see. Hold on. It's on Instagram.
Okay, now you got me scrolling through here.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I still have them because I'm the type I like to put things up and then take it away from people.
Tease it and take them down. Oh, so I got to start saving shit immediately then.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost Nico.
Oh
But
man.
yeah, these are cool. These are so cool because man, again, superheroes and monsters. This is totally my jam.
Hold on. They're online. Give me a second. I gotta find them now. We're gonna find it. Okay. So I used to run a convention. Go on Instagram and type in PAL Comic Con.
Okay, PAL Comic Con.
And you go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh, I
6.
see it. The Kickstarter link here.
So if you scroll down, you're gonna see the two 3D models.
Yeah.
hello?
Yeah. We got some wild feedback going on.
You got some crazy
Yeah, Nico, I hear you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. We just got a little bit of a feedback going on.
These
Is that? Yeah, so I'm looking at the first ever line of Valiant Retro comics here. These are awesome. I posted the link.
does he can't hear us?
You can't hear us.
No.
What the hell? Yeah, it's all crackling. How do I fix that?
You wanna maybe mute him and then. All right.
Is that better? Did I mute
Can he
him?
hear us? I think he's muted,
Unmute
but
request has been. He has to unmute it. I don't know. Maybe if I remove him and then just add
yeah,
him.
yeah, 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 yeah. He'll come and then invite him back. Whoa,
No, that's not working. What the
no, it's not
hell?
working. I don't know.
I think it's Nico's feedback.
It's me. Hold on, kick me, Leo.
All right.
Right now it's still here.
Yeah, it's still here. So let me.
What if I come out?
I can. Yeah, I can barely hear you. So what I'll do, I'll close you out and then I'll send you another link. Yeah, no, I'm still live. Yep. Yeah,
Hello, I'm back. You
yeah, I
good?
got you. I'm gonna send him
Yeah,
a
yeah,
new
yeah, yeah,
invite,
yeah, 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 yeah. I
and
don't
then
know what's
hopefully
going
that
on.
will work.
It's okay. Shit
I don't
happens.
know what's going on there. Yeah, technical difficulties.
You know?
Where the hell's the messages at on Instagram here?
I don't know. It happens.
That was weird. It's like he came back in and then
Yeah, he suddenly just got a bunch of like feedback.
yeah,
I mean, his mic's a little peaky, but you know it happens.
hey, it happens.
Yeah. You know.
Dude, did you see these Valiant figures here?
No, let me check.
Oh, dude.
I Discord me the link because it doesn't let me copy the link from
Oh,
the
okay.
EV Mux website.
I,
Yo,
Valiant is
that's
a
sick.
huge. The
That
Valiant is a huge score, man. That's amazing.
that's a huge pickup.
Bloodshot though, and I don't know the other guy. What is the other guy?
That's fucking sick, dude.
I'm in. I'm all in on these. Like,
That's dope. You get to have comic book fucking
I
guys
get
in
to
your.
have comic book guys, and I get to have monsters.
Nah, it's sick, dude.
That's so fucking sick.
Hello, Sal. Are you back?
Hey, we're
Hey, there
back
he is.
We should have done this from
from
the
the
very
start,
start.
from the rip.
Nah, you
I
good, my
did
brother?
we did it.
And an hour in, it only took us a minute to figure it out. It's all
So,
good.
Hey, shit happens.
um, where were we? Oh yeah. So
The
if
the
you go
Valiant,
to
your
my
Valiant.
Instagram,
Yeah,
you'll
that's what we're.
see on my old Comic Con page
Yeah,
that the two 3D models for the first Valiant figures in the line.
yeah.
So what I didn't want to do was I have this license for 5 years. I have it signed for 5 years. But what I didn't want to do was um, just start with these, right? I think there needs to be an introduction and
Oh, back again. What did you do? You left again.
goddamn son.
It's like he left and then it messed up with your audio again.
I don't know what. I'm sorry. I don't know what's.
Right. You have to stop messing up because you're
I
messing
didn't.
everybody's audio up.
I didn't.
Stand still.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah.
hands up.
Just
I'm
hold on.
done. Yep.
Don't move. Just sit there.
And sit here and look pretty. That's
That's
it.
it. That's it. All right.
Sorry.
Valiant Comics, starting off with the Golden Age comics, right?
So yeah, so what I wanted to do was I wanted to take some of these characters that are all public domain
Mm-hmm.
and start doing
Domain.
retros with them.
That's what I was trying to say.
That's the word.
That was the term.
Public domain, yeah.
Public domain.
And then slowly introduce into the value, you know?
Not,
But I don't think people realize that the public domain has some very cool characters that you wouldn't even think about.
Is the
oh,
Phantom public domain?
The Phantom does not go into the public domain until 2032.
Oh Jesus,
Damn.
it's a long time.
Dick Tracy goes into the public domain in 2027.
Oh,
Dude, some retro Dick Tracy figures would be badass.
that'd
And
be
they would
fun.
match
Now,
the playmates pretty well.
That'd be
yeah,
sick.
yeah, because they're almost the same scale, right?
Right.
That's so cool.
But Buck Rogers is in the public
Oh, shit.
domain.
Oh wow,
There's some very cool characters. Zorro,
Oh,
I
Zorro
mean,
would be sick.
with the sword and everything would be freaking dope. So
that'd be
that's
dope.
what this line is going to be. It's going to be those comic book characters, but also some characters that fall into literature, like Captain Nemo or
Yes.
um, who else?
That's sick.
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, yeah, that would be fun.
I'd be sick as
And I
hell.
can have some fun with it because it's public domain. Like if I want to do steampunk Sherlock Holmes,
You could do it.
why the hell not? Right?
Yeah, exactly. It's
So
not. You don't have to fucking conform to a licensor.
no, I don't have to
Yeah.
get an approval. I don't have to get any of that.
You
So
just make what you want to make.
yeah, just like the monsters, right? And I
Yeah.
mean, look how cool some of these monsters are coming out.
Nah,
So,
dude, your monsters are on
Yeah.
point. I
Yeah,
love them.
they're
I love
badass.
them, dude. I love
Oh
them.
man. Now I'm just like public
that's what
domain
this line is going to be.
superheroes.
Yeah.
Is Bigfoot public domain? Who owns the IP to
Bigfoot is
Bigfoot?
public domain, and he is
I'm-
going to be part of the monsters line.
Let's
Fuck
go!
yeah. Yeah, boy.
Bigfoot mentioned.
Bigfoot, we need a Yeti.
Yeah,
Just
dude.
remake that shit.
Yeah, just
And what's
repaint
funny
Bigfoot
is
white, dude.
Bigfoot and Yeti are pretty much almost the same. All you just
Mhm.
need is
Yeah.
a different head. You know?
Exactly.
Head.
Paint one white, paint one brown,
Man.
swap the head a
Yeah.
little bit. You're good, dude.
So
Well,
they, that's what this line is going to be of superheroes, but
like
it's going to expand out to other cool things like
what about like
do you remember
mythology? Is
the movie
mythology the public domain?
mythology. Zeus, you can do
Yeah,
your
Hercules.
own version of Hercules. Imagine that.
Medusa. Fuck yeah.
So, I was going to say something.
You
Jeez,
get a Thor, Nico.
Oh shit.
Thor technically is public domain.
Yeah, the mythological god Thor is. Yeah, no, that'd be sick as hell.
Yeah.
Oh man, I want a Thor retro battler to go fight Thor versus the Sheik at SummerSlam. For
Yeah,
the IP.
right.
Come on, man.
I
That shit
break
writes
your back
itself.
with thunder.
Sheik's just shaking the fucking
Shaking the weights.
No, Baba, I break you.
And then
Oh,
Thor
man.
is like, I don't even want to fight you. I'm
Yeah.
just going to awaken my Frankenstein with my lightning powers. You know?
Oh my god, dude.
See, that's why this shit's cool.
It all ties back.
Yeah, the fig fed writes itself. There you go, dude. I love that. But that's what toys are about, right? To have
Yes.
fun,
Yes.
Having
with
fun.
goofy stuff.
Dude, that's why I like
And-
Fortnite so much because it's just all mixed together. It's stupid shit.
And that's the
Love it.
goal with these figures. It's not just to create like stuff that's going to make, thousands of dollars. The goal is to make fun stuff.
Fun, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do.
Right.
When I get up in the morning or when I come home from work and I'm doing these, I want not just for you guys to have fun, but I want to have some fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Say again?
No, exactly.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Like the Cthulhu, right? Like,
Uh,
how fun is that thing with the wings that pop out?
Yes.
no, it's crazy. That's so cool.
Yeah.
So, it's about creating fun stuff. It's not just about saying, how do I plug in characters to fit into a line of older figures so that people can have their version of, Dino Bravo or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's about just mishmashing it all together
Yeah.
and having some fun with it. Like
Well, yeah, and that's
like
there's
imagine if your friend came over your house, right, when you were a kid, and he's going through your box of retros, and he's like, "When the heck did they make a Frankenstein?" Oh, they didn't.
Exactly.
There's this third-party company that makes them.
yeah.
Really? How cool is that? I
Yeah,
wish we
no,
had that
dude.
when we were kids.
Of course. No, that's what makes it
No,
fucking
I mean,
fun.
all my toys always played together. So when they're all in the same scale and same world, man, that makes it better.
Yeah, I had a few of the retros growing up, but mainly my turtles were my wrestlers.
Yeah.
So like uh, football Leonardo was my Bret Hart. You know,
There you go, dude.
because he
No,
looked
that's
like Bret Hart with the shoulder pads. You know.
yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's what
That's
else do I
so
have here,
cool.
man? Oh, so
That's so fucking
circling
cool.
back to actual wrestlers now.
There you go.
Um,
Spellbinder.
Spellbinder. This is a wild catch here, wild
So
pick.
yeah, so this falls into that same category of Roadblock, right? I remember seeing that match in 1995, and it was just one of those captivating characters that you just go, "How cool is that?" You know.
Yeah.
So now that I'm a grown man and I'm an adult, now I make toys. I don't play with them, right?
There you go.
Fantasio was on my list of guys to go after. So I reached out to Harry Del Rios' son, and he put me in touch with his dad. And I was talking to Harry, and he was like, "Yeah, nobody's ever approached me." And I'm like, it boggles my mind how people in this space, not everybody, but some people, just don't have the ability to think outside the box, right?
Yeah.
And this is one of those outside the box characters. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
I wound up signing him for multiple different figures. So
Yeah.
we're gonna get a retro.
You're getting a version with underwear.
Yeah,
There you
we're
go.
gonna because in that match, that his only televised match, mind you,
Crazy.
he did a bunch of dark matches, but his only televised match, he takes the underwear out of the referee and his opponent's singlet,
Yeah.
and he like waves it around, you know.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
And so we're not just gonna get the retros though. From me, we're gonna get bendable figures.
Oh, it's
Oh,
awesome,
We're
dude.
also gonna get bigger, larger rubber figures as well.
like the
Okay.
LJN
Like
style.
Yep.
the old,
Okay.
yeah, dude, that's awesome. But see, you're now filling a niche of a wrestler that people might have thought about but didn't realize they wanted. Now
Until
you're
they
there.
seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
now you're there and you're giving them multiple options based on whatever they
I
collect
mean, dude,
to then apply it. You know what I mean?
there's so many wrestling figures. You know, you got your Hasbro's, you got your retros, you got your rubbers, you got your bendables, you got your little Galoob. Like,
Yeah.
was it the WCW had the Galoob
Yeah.
Yeah.
guys, which were like a vinyl or a rubber or something.
No,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
PVC. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's awesome. And just getting a little bit of everybody and everything. That's
Yeah. So,
badass.
and that's what I'm going to start doing with some of these figures for some of these guys. Like Roadblock, I have him signed exclusively.
There you go.
So you're going to get a larger LJN style Roadblock the uh, with the barricade. Um, I already sent things out for pricing, so I have price quotes from the factory,
That's awesome.
and so those are going to be exciting.
Nico,
Those,
who's a
I'm
who's a
just I'm
wrestler? Who's a
I'm
wrestler you
I'm
want him to
waiting.
make?
Say again.
Who's a
Man,
wrestler you want him to make, Nico?
man.
Man,
No, unpopular, you know what I'm
an
saying?
unpopular wrestler, like somebody who's probably not signed. You know, who do
Like
you want?
fucking
You
giant Gonzalez, like fucking the giant, the dude,
Big
the
Show.
Undertaker fought at
Oh,
Caesar's Palace Mania. That was like one of the worst
Giant
matches.
Gonzalez.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Giant Gonzalez, dude.
El
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 Gigante.
Gigante,
Gigante.
El Gigante. Nobody's making a Gigante. Also, grew up in Mexico, so like La Parca, like a fucking retro battler style La Parca would
He
just
comes with a
kick ass.
chair.
Yeah, dude.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. El Santo or Blue Demon, you know what I'm
Since
saying?
you're gonna throw
So
W.
Blue Demon. Let's talk
Yeah.
about Blue Demon for a
Let's
second.
talk about
Oh
Blue
no!
Demon.
Don't tell me you're gonna do luchas too, bro.
I have had Blue Demon signed
Oh my
for
god!
over a year.
Holy
I'm
shit,
just
dude.
wait. So what I want to do is I want to get past wave 2,
Yeah, of course.
and the next wave of figures are going to be all luchas. So
Oh
it's gonna
my
be
god.
Oh,
it's gonna be
Oh
Blue
my god.
Demon. It's gonna be Mil Mortes
oh my
Holy
God.
shit.
and
God
two other
damn.
guys that I can't say.
Don't
Yeah.
worry about it. No, we'll be watching and we'll be reporting
I'm
back once
in.
it
I'm
breaks.
telling you right now, I'm in.
This is
You
the
know?
best. This is the best pre-Toy Fair show ever.
Yeah, right.
And
God
Okay.
and Blue Demon will come with that cape.
Oh, fuck yeah,
Fuck
dude.
yeah.
There's gonna be some cool stuff coming from
Now,
me.
now, are we
Hell
gonna get
yeah.
like an alt suited body too? Tuxedo
Yeah.
with the mask?
Well, no, I'm not gonna do a tuxedo version,
Yeah.
but that would be awesome though.
That
would
would
be
be awesome.
The cool thing is I grew up, my mom Mexican, so my grandparents, her parents took care of me a lot. My grandpa, I mean, they
Right
are
there. It's
swappable,
right
Leo.
there.
It's kind of right
It's right
there.
there.
But like, I'm thinking about like now you're talking Lucha and we're getting Blue Demon, but like El Santo did fight a werewolf and he did fight Dracula and there's a lot of old Lucha movies I watched as a
Yeah.
kid where this
Just
bodacious macho man went to go fucking
yeah.
grapple against Frankenstein.
Yeah.
The line kind of co-opted itself,
It
you know what
all
I'm
goes
saying?
together, bro. It all goes together.
That's awesome, dude.
That's what
That's
I'm
so
saying. So
cool.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Somebody said recently about that blob and said, why would anybody want that thing? And I say, why the fuck not?
Dude, people
It's
Let's
people
have
hate
it.
fun.
cool.
Some people just fucking hate fun. That's all it is.
There's so many people
There's no
poo-pooing on
reason
fun.
to fuck them. All right, my
Yeah.
pick. If I could pick for you to make one wrestler, no one has made a Mortis figure. I need Mortis. Someone
I,
needs to make a Mortis, dude.
I did hear Canyon got signed by somebody.
I don't know.
I can't say who it is though.
No, of course.
Somebody needs to make one. That'd be sick. That'd be sick.
That's so funny. That's cool as hell.
Now these,
Oh, these are dope, dude.
bro, I love you for this. I have wanted figures of these guys for so long. You know,
So 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 when I did the micro brawlers and I approached them and I got the license to do them, I pitched them retros and they were like, no. It wasn't until I pitched them giant LJN style figures
Yeah.
to where I came back and I said, well, look, why aren't you approving this? And what I found out was the reason why they approved the original figures, the minis, was because they looked like the video game characters, meaning
Oh.
they were all the same shape,
Yeah.
just like the video game
Yeah.
characters. They're all
Okay.
the same body,
right?
just with a different like color scheme.
Or like a slightly different head.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, one head looks like he has hair. Yeah,
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 of
slightly
course.
different head. So I said, well, what if I did that with these figures, same bodies, different heads? Would you approve them? And they were like, we have to see it. So I mocked some up, which is pretty much what you see there.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh yeah, as long as the bodies are all the same with the same like look,
Yeah.
you're okay.
So
And I was like, all right.
There you
If you
go.
told me that
are
a
these
year ago,
these are coming along nicely. Like
yeah. So I'm gonna get all right. So that Trump image is the factory is almost done painting, right?
Yeah.
The Nosferatu mold was put into production at the same time as Fantasio
Okay.
and the pro wrestlers.
Oh shit, dude. That's awesome.
So I should be getting mold images for everything very soon, which means the samples are all coming at the same time.
awesome.
That's incredible. So there's gonna be a lot of good news pretty soon.
Very soon, but I don't want to just start posting sample images
No, of course.
that China sends me. First of all, I don't know what kind of phone they have that they
Yeah.
take these pictures with, but like
We
maybe
bitch
like a
about that all the time
Motorola.
when leaks happen on toys. We're like, dude, they're making the phones. Why are these pictures such garbage?
Dude, me and Mitch make fun of it all the time because we're like, I'm like, dude, yeah, I'm like, dude, they make the phone, and how come they have like a Motorola Razr from
Yeah.
Yeah, legit. Like
2007?
Fuck it, your cell phones get made there, and yet they use fucking like old school lenticular camera.
Maybe you're not allowed to take a
Get
good phone in on the assembly line, so they're like smuggling old freaking potato phones.
They get the kind of phones that the African kids get when the Chiefs don't win the Super Bowl. They just get all those T-shirts.
Oh yeah,
Oh my god, dude.
yeah.
So they're getting the phones that nobody cares about. That's why.
Oh my god. That's so funny.
Go Birds! That's why.
What a
So then,
what
I
a-
mean, wave 2. You put this up.
Yeah. So wave 2 is literally, what's great about this line is that once the molds are made,
yeah.
I mean, it's balls to the wall because all it is a different head at that
It's
point.
just a different head.
Yeah, it's literally a different head and paint deco, but that's not that hard.
So the goal is to get every character that's in this game plus the announcers.
That's
And
fine.
what's great is I
shit.
already have a suit body.
You already have a suit body.
You already have a suit body.
Now, are you doing a ring for these two?
I can confirm nor deny
Okay.
for these figures.
Okay.
I can't help but ask. Now,
If we can ask, we're
now
gonna.
in this video game world, okay?
Yeah.
Are you looking into? I'll just ask. AKI Man from the No Mercy games. Is that something that you are interested in, or would be looking into, like more video game based wrestling characters to tie into this little like niche?
So the one of the reasons why the Frankenstein came to mind originally to want to go ahead and produce it was because in WCW NWO Revenge there was a character called Dr. Frank. Remember? So I can't do those characters because I don't have the rights to those characters. As generic as they sound, you still need rights.
Got it.
But I can get away with it with regular Frankenstein.
Right.
Makes
So
sense.
have I reached out to get an Ackie Man? No. Could I? Yes.
Wow.
And it's kind of a good idea, to be honest with you.
It'd be
It's
cool.
not a
It'd be
bad
cool.
plan.
I mean, there's so many of those games. Like, I think his name was Shogun, and he was like, looked like.
All right. Stop. So we were talking about it before, how you would use like your own characters, right?
Yeah.
So the way I seen it, right, was I had a character that I made in No Mercy called Pulse, right?
Yeah.
It was me. Everybody made themselves.
Right.
But
Absolutely.
the character whose name was Pulse, right? So what I did was, in my insane psycho video game wrestling fan mind, WCW World Tour was my indie game, meaning those were the indie feds. So my character
Yeah.
would go from WWF to the indie feds, right?
Okay.
WCW NWO Revenge was the WCW brand game. That was
Yeah.
my character would go from that game to that
Oh my
federation, right?
god!
Incredible.
I've done the same shit. I've done the same shit.
And then my character would go from WCW, and there would be a miraculous trade in Japan, and he would show up in Virtual Pro Wrestling, which became my New Japan, right?
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
So, man.
And then he'd be like, "Screw Japan, I'm leaving. I'm going back to the WWF." He would go back to WWE No Mercy.
Dude,
So that's the way I seen it as when I was a kid. And
Yeah.
that's how I played the games. Like, fuck you, Vince. I'm going back to the Indies.
Over the years,
Incredible.
like playing those games as a child and then growing up, I would always have friends. Like I'd make myself and make a couple characters. My friends would come over and make their characters. Well, eventually, like we had this roster of like 70 plus original characters, and like when WWE 2K19 came out, I created my own brands, my own belts, and I had feuds and rivalries, and like made my own show in the damn game, And it's like I'd like to continue to do that in those games, but now there's so many microtransactions, and I got to grind for all the accessories. I don't do it, but yeah, creating the wrestlers, man, and having original wrestlers is what I love. That's
I don't even mess with the new video games.
Yeah.
I still have my N64.
Oh,
Fuck yeah,
my
dude.
N64 died, but I did pre-order
Fuck
the
yeah.
analog 3D. So once that comes out, I will be playing an upscaled 4K 64 with wireless controllers and playing all the wrestling games again.
Those
That's
games were
yeah.
those were definitely, like, in my opinion, peak wrestling games. Like, the wrestling games are awesome that they have now,
Yeah.
but there's nothing that could touch
They're
those
too
old games.
simulation. They're not arcadey enough, you know.
Yeah.
That N64 PS2 era for me is just the top for wrestling
It's a
games.
magical jank to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
It's so much fun.
So cool.
Now, I'm just speculating and asking more questions. So like other video game characters, what about like fictional wrestlers like Randy the Ram or Jimmy the King? You know,
So
is that something that would ever interest you? Or I mean,
yes, 100%. Yeah.
because
Yeah, yeah.
Jimmy the King would be the fucking shit.
So Warner Brothers actually owns that license.
Oh shit.
Um, and I have contacted somebody
Oh my god.
about it, but right now, as it stands for me, I don't have the ability to obtain it.
Okay.
I would like to do a Randy the Ram though, if I could get that
Dude,
license.
Randy the
That
Ram
would
is really
be
cool.
one of those outside the box, like,
Yeah, no.
things you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
one of the that shit would be awesome.
Yeah.
And you
Hell
give
yeah.
him like the jacket with the fuzzy Sherpa, you know, like
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
No, I'd be sick as hell.
No, fictional wrestlers are the best, man.
That's awesome.
those are fucking dope.
Yeah, no, dude.
Oh, that is.
But yeah, so I tried for Ready the Rumble. It's just
Out of the cards right now.
right now it's out of the cards, but I do have a direct contact for when it is part of the cards.
I think that would be a really good one. I think enough time has passed where people appreciate it now,
Yeah.
you know, and don't hate
Like,
on it.
as stupid as it sounds, I want to make a Sal Mandini, you know? How cool would that be?
It'd be
That's
awesome.
And you give
cool
him
as
like a
hell.
flip action because that's all he does is
Yeah. No, I'd be awesome.
Sal Mandini, want to wrestle? Yeah.
Yeah. No, that'd be sick as hell.
I love it. Oh man.
Man. So I gotta I mean
Yeah,
sorry.
go ahead.
real
Go ahead.
quick.
No, you're fine.
No.
You're fine.
Well, I was just gonna ask, do you obviously you run your company, you make wrestling toys, you know? Do you currently collect anything yourself?
So sorry,
No, you're good, man.
I'm coughing. I'm getting older. That's why.
Yeah.
It's all good.
No, I
all
just got
good,
over
man.
the flu like a week ago.
Dude, same.
Leo's been sick
I
for the past
just
2 weeks. I was
I had
sick 2 weeks
COVID
ago.
and then I got done COVID and got the flu. And I'm like, this sucks.
How are you still here with us? That's what I need to know.
I was on a lot of drugs.
I was doing the good stuff.
Yeah,
Buddy.
they had me on all kinds of meds and steroids. I was feeling great actually when I started feeling better.
Oh my god. I almost lost him.
I
I got
still
so
collect like
nervous.
some turtles. You know, I
Oh,
still have
okay.
turtles. Yeah.
No, it's awesome.
I don't really collect the wrestling, but I do want to start collecting like all the retros, every retro from the new companies, the old companies in Mattel.
Yeah.
But
That's
that's
what
going to
this
take some
that's what
doing, you know.
that's what this guy's trying to do. He's getting into
I'm
wrestling.
trying.
dude.
I have
That's
a
what that
couple.
guy's doing.
I have a couple. I mean, I've sold off basically my entire Elite collection, and then
Yeah.
which it wasn't a big collection. It was I only just cherry picked like my favorite wrestlers because those figures are out of scale. I'm more of a 1/12 scale or a vintage collector. So
I don't know how guys who do collect the Mattel line. I mean, how do you when do you say enough's enough? Like I look at Kyle Peterson's like
yeah.
backdrop.
Yeah.
Kyle Peterson's a weird one because he actually opens his shit up. A lot of these guys don't open their stuff up,
Yeah.
and then, now you're talking massive amounts of space being taken.
Or like Fig Heel. If you look, a lot of his stuff is still in packaging.
Yup.
Yeah,
And I mean, I don't have room for it, but
No.
I you know I do enjoy looking at it when they're going around their room. I can tell you that.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
Well, we were just talking a few weeks ago about like the HasLabs, like all the vehicles and everything. I'm like, these are great. These are great, but it's now getting to a point where I can't really hold too many more of these.
No,
It's just they're massive. They're too big.
You need to
And
buy another house just to.
right.
just
But
for
I
yourself.
also think that's probably one of the reasons why I'm getting back more into the vintage and the retro style things because they just take up less space. And I don't,
Smaller.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's funner.
yeah. I don't need super articulated everything. Sometimes I just want a bright chunk of plastic and it looks cool.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
make it glow in the dark. Fuck. Happy.
Back at it. Back at it. There it is.
I mean, I'm just saying, like a glow in the dark wrestling skeleton would be pretty cool. You know.
Well, I can say that you're going to get a see-through Invisible Man figure that I'm working on.
Oh, dude,
Coolest fucking
Yeah.
reveal I've ever heard.
that's awesome.
Which is great because they don't have to spend money on the dye to dye the plastic. So
Yes.
it's literally
Cool.
going to be the cheapest figure I've ever produced,
Yeah.
but it's going to be one of the coolest. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sick.
So that is coming.
Dope. That's so
Yeah.
dope.
There you go. We're breaking news out here, Nico.
Yeah, look at us. We're fucking journalists, baby. On the eve of Toy Fair, too.
Oh man, are you gonna have any big news for Toy Fair?
Are you jumping
No,
in on the
you know,
social
what-
media
Jumping in on all
clout
that?
for the
Yeah.
weekend?
You know, I don't do the Toy Fair, the New York Comic Con stuff because there's so much stuff happening around that time
Mm-hmm.
that I'd rather wait like 2 weeks after
Yeah,
when everything's calmed down, and then
that's true, actually. That's so
you know,
smart.
and then
Yeah.
I can throw something cool out there, and people are like,
Catch attention. Yeah.
yeah, and I not that I get all the attention, but I uh, I get all the attention.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. No,
Yeah,
that's
no,
awesome.
it makes sense.
That tracks
Definitely makes sense.
completely. Yeah.
Like like I've heard somebody say like stuff like what's your San Diego Comic Con exclusive? Why do you need a San Diego Comic Con exclusive? You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so um, so for me, I try to stay away from all that stuff. Like let everybody else do it. Let everybody else get cluttered in that space.
Yeah.
And I'll wait until 3 weeks after, and I'll throw something cool out there, like a new ring that's coming, my new prototype, and it'll stand on its own. It'll get the most visibility, and it'll speak. It'll speak for itself, and it won't get lumped into everybody's stuff because a lot of that stuff, when there's so much stuff that happens at once, a lot of it gets forgotten and fast.
That's
Yeah.
actually true.
No, we go through it, and that's why we kind of for a bit it was like every week we were covering like reveals and talking about that, but now we kind of just like reveals that catch our interest, and then
Yeah.
we'll have like a
Or-
topic for like an hour and just talk.
Or shit
About
we
those things.
avidly collect.
Yeah,
Like if
Yeah.
something Godzilla drops, we're talking about it. If
Oh
something
my God!
Motu
Speaking of
drops,
Godzilla,
we're talking. Okay, let's go. This is the part of the show.
you
I'm
gonna
ready.
tell us you're gonna have Godzilla wrestling figures?
Ooh, look
No,
at the
but-
kaiju wrestling.
so I'm a massive, 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 massive massive Godzilla fan.
Same, absolutely same.
Giant Godzilla fan.
I went on to make my own Monsters Island for my like small scale figures.
I'm still in the market to get all those Super 7 figures. Those mini reaction ones
Yeah,
are so freaking cool.
bro, Sal, I gotta send you a picture
Yeah.
because you're gonna flip a bitch when I show you what's on that shelf behind
I have the glow in the dark reactions all over this desk.
you. Like,
I-
so I was all in on the Mezco line because those were personally my go-tos because they're just small scale replicas of the suits. But that line is over.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, I need to keep going because they never finished Destroy All Monsters, which is my favorite movie, bar none. Because as a kid brain, most kaiju ever in the history of film at the time, favorite movie, the most monsters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Leo eventually is like, dude, I think maybe Super 7 could, scale. And so I picked up like their Jet Jaguar, their Gigan, and their Megalon. They're a little slightly shorter, but it works because I made a dio that's elevated terrain. So smaller guys are up high, so they all look fine. Bro, when I tell you I went on eBay on the Japanese side to track down small scale gachapon like Varen and Manda,
Yeah.
and so now they're on the shelf too. Like I'm,
He's
it's
in.
I'm
He's in.
one away, and it's on the way currently. Just barring international cuts, I'll have Kumanga soon, the giant spider, and
Yeah.
that be everybody from Destroy All Monsters on the shelf. So like, I fucking love Godzilla. That's my whole thing is giant monsters.
I have to ask I have to ask Godzilla fans this. Top three Godzilla movies, quick.
Destroy All Monsters, the original Godzilla, and recency bias, I got to give it a -1 because that was a great piece of film.
Okay. Okay.
Mine would be Final Wars, Destroy All Monsters, and then probably -1. I really like that a lot right now.
Honorable mention goes to Biollante because I
But
fucking love that
So
movie.
Final
all right. So
Final Wars,
Biolante's my number
I
one.
just love the
Yeah,
Final Wars movie, man.
Final Wars is one of those movies that you watch and you go, "It's just dumb fun."
it's
Yeah,
pro
it's like
wrestling.
Freddy
It's
But
versus
you love,
Jason for me. It's
yeah,
just a
pro wrestling.
popcorn
yeah.
movie. I'm
Yeah,
having a fucking blast watching
yeah,
it. Yeah.
So Biolante's my number one.
absolutely.
Godzilla 1985, but
Oh
Return of
shit.
Godzilla. That's the
Yeah,
Japanese
yeah,
version.
yeah, yeah.
And then Quick Sal, Quick,
Come on,
uh, Terror of Mechagodzilla.
hell yeah, dude, hell
Terror of
yeah.
Mechagodzilla has the coolest Godzilla entrance
Yes,
of
it
any
does.
Godzilla movie,
Yes, it
where
does.
literally they just look off into the darkness and you see his like shadow, and
Yup.
then the light hits from underneath his face, which scared the shit out of me when I was a kid for
So,
some reason.
so you're a Titanosaurus fan?
Yeah,
I love that fucking idiot. I have the Super 7 Retro on the mini on the shelf, and I'm waiting on a dude who I bought a Monster Arts custom, like it's to
yeah,
scale. His name's Rickson on Instagram. It's a monster because I don't know Bandai's ever gonna make a Titanosaurus, but this
yeah.
dude made one. So hopefully it arrives sooner rather than later.
I would love to see him reimagined
The current
in the
Monsterverse era.
current era
I think he could
of
work. I think
I
he
think
could
he would
work.
definitely work.
Not to
You
cut
know,
off the Godzilla love. Do
No,
you
go
want
for
to
it.
run through some of these reveals and news, or do you want to just keep
Let's just shoot the
bantering?
shit with Sal. Yeah.
All right. I'm
I
good.
mean, what do you want to do?
I,
Okay.
I
I mean,
Sal, would you like to go through some reveals with us?
let's do some reveals. Yeah.
Okay.
okay. Let's talk toy news.
We'll talk toy news.
Top of the hour, really quick. Mattel has DC now.
Well, we're kidding. You're jumping ahead.
I'm just saying, it's the biggest fucking news.
I mean, they just totally mic dropped a fucking thing right the Toy Fair night reveals. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
here's the question: does Mattel have the full master license for DC, or do they just have what
We
Spin
don't know
Master
yet.
had,
So this was a Todd
which is
reveal,
the
and then
mass
yeah.
license?
So the DC
Apparently,
Mattel.
it's like a full-on creative, like license acquisition
Sounds
So,
like
so
looks
McFarlane's gone.
so.
and Spin
That's what it
Master.
sounds like. Yeah, so head of Warner Brothers Discovery Global. This is what you shared earlier in the
Yeah,
Discord, Nico. The
yeah,
brand
because
is
there's
one
a
of the
big
company's
LA
crown
Times article.
jewels,
Yeah.
and the battle to obtain the licensing rights was highly competitive. It sounds like it's an all-in-one deal here.
Yeah, it sounds like they went back to Mattel. Because the other part that made it really
Crazy.
interesting is they talk about how the end result of going with Mattel was because right here they have an understanding of global reach and like distribution and growth for brands.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Todd, even though Todd crushed the US, I don't think he had a foot anywhere else outside the United States.
Well, Todd had a different license than Spin Master.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So even though he had DC, he wasn't able to do
mass market.
certain mass
Yeah,
product. You know,
yeah,
so he was just hitting the specialty market.
yeah.
I would love to know if he still has the specialty market, because I mean, for someone to start over again,
Yep.
yeah.
I think it's going to be a disaster for DC.
The big thing is apparently this doesn't go into effect till second
2026.
quarter 2026.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Well,
I just wanted to throw these images in here because this is um, prototypes of the DC line before it was
Canceled.
canceled. You know, they were doing very Legends like
Or
figures there.
David Vonner's
David
skull
Bonner shared these, yeah.
that he pitched
You know, and man,
before they
I would love
ultimately-
some Legends adjacent DC characters.
He's actually a really, really good guy too.
From what I've heard, yeah, he's a solid dude.
Yeah, originally, because I was actually, we had like conversations about trying to help me,
Yeah,
and I never went forward with it. But very, very, very nice guy. Very nice guy.
that's awesome. I gotta say, one of my biggest gripes that kept me out of Todd, especially because he's had the license now for 5 years, it'll be 6 by the time it's over, because he got it 2020. The scale, I used to collect
Yeah.
Legends, I don't anymore, but 112, 6 inches.
Mhm.
Todd comes in. Mattel used to adhere to the 6 inch mark. Todd's like, well, they're all going to be 7 inch figures. And it's just like when your Batman's looking down at your Captain America, it just kind of throws your whole
Yeah.
collection out of whack, dude.
Yeah, but you got to give it to him, and I'll tell you why.
Oh, we got all the respect in the world for
We love that man with every fiber of our heart, dude.
Because I think his mindset was like, think about it, right? The WWE figures are not 6 inches; they're 7 inches,
Right.
right? So he's doing something that's kind of on trend,
Yep.
and he's selling it at a cheaper price in some
100%.
cases
Yep.
I mean,
than the guys who are doing 6 inch.
he was
So
doing some crazy sculpt. He was putting in soft goods, the accessories,
Vehicles.
the vehicles,
This
the
dude
play
put out
sets.
6
I mean, nobody
Batmobiles.
else was doing vehicles and play sets at the time.
no,
This dude put out 6 Batmobiles faster than Mattel ever made
You
one.
know, and then he was making movie shit that people wanted, that people thought was dead and gone to never see movie stuff.
I honestly think it was I get why they did it. If they took it away from Todd and they just gave it to Mattel as a whole master license, I get why they did it because I work in licensing. But I think it's the wrong move, and I think it's going to kill the DC toy brand.
I think there's room for both to keep him doing collectibles, let him
Yeah.
do these obscure like movie characters and things like that, and then have like your mainline comic release for your mainline collectors. You know, there's I think there's room
Yeah.
for both.
Because like Todd did Batman Forever. Like
Yeah.
nobody's making Batman
Right,
Forever.
right.
toys.
Mattel's not going to do Batman Forever. You
No.
know,
No,
like,
they're going to do what sells.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
Or they're gonna stick to modern
Right.
comics and that's it.
Speaking of Mattel, they brought back Club Grayskull today.
Yeah, Matty Collector's back somehow. The Ghost of Matty Collector
so
returned today
crazy.
as well.
That's so crazy. $9.99 a year, which is not terrible.
Not the worst.
I don't know what we're getting out of it, really. I mean, it says some awesome early access, you know, exclusive items, priority sale. So it sounds like it's just a Pulse membership,
The
basically.
wildest thing though is voting privileges. So does this mean that buyers have a
I guess the community now no longer has voting privileges because I just voted for the next Mattel Creations ring, which was a steel cage, an old steel cage, an
A
elimination
Punjabi
chamber, an
death
old
match?
elimination chamber, or a Punjabi death match? Guess what I
Yeah.
voted for?
the Punjabi death
Fucking
match?
Punjabi death match, and I'm not even gonna
Cool.
buy this shit.
Yeah,
But like,
cool.
who wants a big ass cage for their already big ass ring? Like, if they
Give
would
me
have
a-
made like a
Give
cool
me a
stage,
give me a
I
fucking
just-
9-inch tall Great Khali that's like hyper
all
articulated.
I want them to make is an ECW arena brick wall with steps. You know,
Yeah.
like that's all I want from them
I'm
to make.
surprised they haven't done that already.
Literally,
Right.
they
All the
haven't.
ECW figures that have been dropping. Where's the ECW ring and stage? Like that's a no brainer.
These guys put
And it'd be a lot
Sandman
cheaper
out.
to produce.
It'd be way
too.
cheaper. People could afford that because look at that Nitro ring that didn't pan out.
Yep.
You know, and
Fucking-
now everybody
that
wants
set
that
was
thing.
awesome.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
amazing.
Mhm.
But we got this 5K not Battle Cat. I didn't know that. I guess this is going to be putting in
World of
pre-order
Warcraft
soon.
match.
But I didn't know that they were doing a not Battle Cat variant, and now
Man.
that interests me.
I could have told you. I've been playing WoW for 20 years. I could have told you.
I mean, they had a big Riding Tiger. I know you're going to paint a green one.
No,
Sure.
but to be fair, also I forgot because we talked about these like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, yeah,
So I completely forgot these were coming out.
right. And then Ringside dropped their own line of stuff this week.
Yeah, two things this week.
This is
Fucking-
very like Motu Origin style, I guess
It's
the old
very the
Remco
current
style.
Mattel wrestler.
Yeah.
It looks like the Mankind I have.
Yeah.
But it's Sabu, dude.
Sabu right off the
Well,
This-
they added articulation.
Yeah, he's got like Master Universe Origin style
Yeah,
like arms and
yeah.
legs.
It's a lot like the old Remco style because it doesn't even have any like ankle pivot or anything.
That's so
Pretty
cool.
much like almost like the superstars,
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
because
That's cool though, man.
they did that Scott Steiner and Rick Steiner, and then they did the Legion of Doom. Those things were terrible, man.
Yeah. Who
They were bad.
who
Now
is
it's
make
great.
who is making these ringside figures though? Like
Yeah,
it's
who's the factory behind
I
them?
mean it's not ringside. They don't have their own factory, do
Not
they?
Mattel
Yeah,
either.
I mean they probably do. They probably you think about it like this: their whole entire business model is
Selling Mattel
selling
product.
figures.
Yeah, selling
Yeah.
Mattel product.
So it makes sense that they would have a connect to do figures just like this.
Because now they have their new unsanctioned line, which is like I guess a free agent line. They're gonna
Yeah,
pick up
It's non-signed, guys.
non-signed legends and some indie guys, and it'll give people an elite size or an AEW size figure in their collection, which actually is pretty cool.
I did see. I don't know if you have the post here, but the president of Ringside posted because he sold out.
Yeah, these sold out quick.
He currently has no ETA as to when more will be available because they haven't even planned that ahead.
if they were smart, they would have done a pre-order
An
instead.
open pre-order to get X amount in and then
They should have.
manufacture a run. Yeah, because apparently these were all in stock, in hand, and a very limited quantity,
Ringside
and they
is
sold out
usually
immediately.
pretty good at getting restocks, though.
No, well, the thing is, the president of the company said there is
Right.
no current planned ETA
That's
because
crazy.
they don't know when they'll be able to get more.
That's
Well, I mean,
I
if
know,
they have the molds,
of
so
course,
you're
yeah.
looking at 4 months,
yeah,
if
and
if
and that's not if other stuff's ahead of this in
We got
production. You
there's
know
a
those
what
are
I mean?
red
awesome.
variant here.
Yeah, the silver and the I like the
Yeah.
silver more than the all
Like the
red.
silver.
I like the silver because it color breaks. It's more, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like the I like the tights, but I like the red pads, man. It's
Yeah,
just more of an iconic look.
of
Like
course.
that'd be me if I had them. I'd want to mix them together, kid bash them. That's
But also, this
the
is
asshole
super
that I am.
cool because the last Mattel ones, which are ancient, go for so much goddamn money.
Oh yeah.
They're
I mean, this is
so
definitely a
expensive.
good alternative.
Of
Hmm.
course. But again, they sold out though. So like, if you
But
didn't
it's
get
They,
them,
sold
they,
out.
they're
But
going
no
to
one
be
has
worth
even
just as
tried
much
these
as the
yet.
Mattels.
No,
I think
but no one's even tried these yet. So they you get them in hand, and they might not even be great.
I think Kyle's gonna upload a review. I know he said he had them, so I don't
Okay.
know. And I know Major Wrestling Figure Pod also posted on unboxing, so I think they might be talking about them.
Okay.
I'm curious, man. I'm curious how they even
They're cool.
scale to elites.
I'm curious to see who else they put in outside of. I mean, because everybody goes with the Legion of Doom right off the rip.
That's because
Well, that's
everybody loves
because
Legion of Doom.
Legion of Doom wrote Hawk and Animal are under the same license house
Yeah.
Ah, so they
representatives.
come as a pair.
So no, they come separately,
Okay.
but they're under the same house as Macho Man, Andre the Giant, and somebody else.
Because I mean,
Okay.
So
Demolition
there's a
just
good chance we're
signed.
going to see a Macho Man and a Andre the Giant.
Demolition
Really?
just signed a Legends deal with WWE. Did they not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you won't see them because usually they follow shortly after
Yep.
with them. Then Mayfex put up more shit nobody wants to buy.
It's wild to me that we still get Snyderverse
I'm
figures this
fucking
long
so
after
over
Figure.
Snyderverse. Like James Gunn needs to start paying for assassins to
Like,
take out anyone who wants to make anything Snyderverse, or it's going to
like
completely undermine.
that franchise is dead and buried, and Mayfex is like, here's an Aquaman, and I'm like, what the fuck,
A
dude?
third fucking Aquaman. This is why my grandkids are going to be completing the X Men.
Yeah, no.
You know, but Star Wars did a stream. They made more retro cards that are exclusive to Walmart that are going to be hard as hell to get.
Yep. They're cool though. These remind me when I was a
They
kid.
are cool.
Seeing these in
They
store.
are cool.
Just cool as hell.
They are cool. I'm
But
waiting
these
for
are
them
all
to
but these are
read.
all repacks
I'm
of
waiting for him to
current
redo Chopper on the new
the new
droid
R2
body.
body.
Yeah, and then I'll get a Chopper. And then we got Super Moth. Finally, that's
Are
cool.
you into Star Wars?
I'm not into the toys, but I mean, who hasn't seen Star Wars? I've seen it 100 times.
Right.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you feel about a $550 dragon?
with non-included shipping.
If it doesn't say Godzilla on the packaging,
Thought about it. Yeah, because that fire effect is its own accessory pack you gotta buy into.
Yes, yeah. The base model's 550.
Yeah, it's
well, I
got
could
a.
buy the accessory for my Godzilla.
Hey, there you go.
There you go.
It's a Kickstarter that ain't dropped yet. That's already got add-ons that are gonna be. I think me and Leo did kind of the math. We're guesstimating all in will be like 800 shipped.
Yeah, I think it's just shy of 8 all in shipped.
And I'm like,
I gotta
also
start
it's
making
like
dragons.
it's like fucking like
God.
almost.
But these aren't just like, this isn't a fan base. This is almost like a cult. If you
They're a
collect,
cult.
like,
Mythic Legions collectors are borderline a cult.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
great sculpt, but isn't this thing hollowed out too? So it's not even going to be like a heavy piece of plastic.
The torso will mostly be rotocast, which is their like firm vinyl. Their trolls that they've made before are actually like a rubbery vinyl.
I'm not
yeah
hating on this by any means.
Which
I
just
think
means
it's
that they rotate. Which just means they rotate the mold.
really
Instead of filling the mold in, they rotate it.
so it's like moved. Oh, interesting. So the hot plastics just moved around till it's
hollow though.
Yeah, no, it's going to be hollow, but it's going to be a thick layer of roto. Yeah.
It looks great. I just don't, dude.
It's
$300 is like the threshold that I'd be willing to spend.
HasLabs, once they go above 350, I start debating. You know what I'm saying? 3 is that sweet. It's pricey, but if I save, I can do it.
Yo, JFK's in. He's getting that dragon.
Jay, where the fuck are you gonna put it?
Loose Collector put up a tease for the Crypt, their Sasquatch.
That's an awesome. Oh, that's awesome.
There it is, scaled next to their Mr. Hyde, and then the Minotaur. How about Minotaur? Minotaurs are
technically
public domain, right? So we can get a Minotaur in. A wrestler would be cool.
Oh! He said. What about Manitar, that terrible WWE wrestler that showed up?
I think somebody's already got him.
I saw it. No, I've seen the retro. Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's cool as hell.
Big Boss, Patriot Studios is doing a not Nemesis.
So they're still around? I thought these were like gone. That's cool.
I mean, this is cool. If you're in a Resident Evil or if you're doing a little Marvel vs. Capcom collection, then you definitely need.
Lately, more than ever.
Like, look at this pixelated picture. Come, like they can't even leak their own.
Yeah, do better. Do better, dude.
Fucking hell.
Get your intern with their new iPhone to take a picture.
I think it looks a little dark and a little long in
places. It's so weird. I think it's kind of scrawny for what I think Nemesis should look like.
Yeah, and then the not NECA guys. These are guys. Forget what the hell this is. JFS Toys. It's right on the side. I missed it.
A 1/10 scale.
They're doing 1/10 scale. This will scale with your NECA RoboCop, and they're doing.
These aren't official, right? These are bootleg.
No, these are official. This is
apparently
a company.
It is a licensed line of just the thugs,
just the bad guys
of the RoboCop.
Yeah, they don't have like Peter Weller or
RoboCop.
Yeah, just the bad guys, just the guys.
But these are licensed, and they're designed to scale with the NECA RoboCop.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a genius idea.
Yeah. I mean, people.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are one-off NECA figures that could use more characters that ended with just a single one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because NECA's only going to do what sells,
Or the title character of the brand, and that's it. Or like 20 Elves.
You know this shit, Nico? You ever see this movie?
I have no idea.
I love that movie.
This is The Gate, dude.
What is this?
You never seen The Gate?
I've never seen The Gate.
He doesn't really watch horror. He's a sissy.
Well, okay,
don't watch The Gate Part 2. Just watch
just the first.
The Gate Part 2 is bad 90s fun. Come on.
Yeah. That suit at the end, though, is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Big freaking suit.
This is cool. I'm wondering if, because they did the 1-to-1 scale Ghoulies and the Gremlins, so I'm guessing this might be a 1-to-1 scale little demon, which would only be maybe 8-9 inches tall.
That's
if you've seen the movie.
Okay.
Oh, that would be cool to have a couple of those though. Just like set them down on the floor.
Too bad you can't put them all together to make one big one.
Right. Just or push something over and then have them all roll out.
That's funny.
It's a weird movie. Steven Dorff. This was Steven Dorff's first movie, I believe.
Really?
Deacon Frost as a little kid. Yeah.
Oh
It's worth
wow.
checking out, Nico. This is what they would call an entry horror movie for people who've never seen horror, want to start watching horror.
Got
Because
it.
it's kind of dark and spooky, but it's not like really violent and gory and foul.
Yeah, this is when they were trying to take the idea of the Goonies and move it into horror.
Oh
So
really?
it fits in with like Monster Squad and
This is a cool movie, though. This is a
Yeah.
really cool movie. Very well done. And you got your mask figures here. You were I've seen a lot of people hyped about these. I have no emotional connection to
I
masks.
hated the cartoon. I hated it.
Sal Stern was like, "Fuck this thing."
Sorry.
No, I have no attachment to this. This was before my.
I don't either. I think I had one little like orange go kart that I hit the button and the wheels flew out and made like a plane.
My
And I didn't know it was a mask thing until like recently when I started hearing everybody talk about how great Mask was. I don't remember shit about
fucking,
that.
it's so wild that an old license is coming back and suddenly my cousin had the original one of those, and I remember him transforming it one day, and the wing just snapped on the hinge, and he threw it away.
So they were
So I'm
shit
like-
toys then too?
Yeah, and then I remember Matt Tracker, because that's the name of the main guy, the Duke of the show. All they focused on was the sculpting. The figures themselves had like Meltman type, like just a blank, mushy face.
All
And I
know
remember
is,
looking at him unmasked, and I was like, "What the fuck is this, dude?"
All I know is like Matt Tracker was moved into Joe, and everybody's been mad about it since then.
Yeah, but now, so apparently, what this is Hasbro licensed out a bunch of their retro OG lines.
Mhm.
So like Gem, Rom, Mask, My Buddy, that kind of stuff, and those all went to what the fuck's this? The Loyal Subjects,
Loyal subjects.
and they're going to be debuting a lot of this weekend at Toy Fair.
Okay.
But they're all designed not to be modern, but to be complementary to the originals. So these are going to be like
I
3
do
and
think
4
that's cool.
scale to the original Mask figures.
I do think that's cool because I really liked Todd's superpowers line because it kind of went with some of the retro figures that I had. So being able to do that,
Yeah.
it's fun. And then we had some Power Ranger reveal, $9.99. I can't believe Playmates went right with the flip heads again.
And then just absolutely fucked it because these are the ugliest things I've
Yeah.
ever seen. Playmates has Power Rangers now. Hasbro abandoned the thing they bought for millions and they gave it to a company that's gonna butcher it.
They're licensing out Power Rangers.
Dude, these look like shit.
They look
It's
really
because the
bad.
upper torso needs to be wider for the head.
Yeah. But the legs are so
How many times is someone going to buy a flip head figure?
I'm
These
not,
have been re-released to death.
bajillion times.
I hated them then. I hate them now.
I fucking couldn't stand them.
I see. Like when I was a kid, certain action features I hated that would constantly go off because I would play with my figures. I want to put them in vehicles and shit. And when stuff like that was going off, that was just so annoying.
But yeah, because you had to fold the legs, but the fucking flip was on the legs, so you couldn't sit them and stuff. I wasn't a Rangers kid growing up. I was a
Neither
Beast
was I.
Wars. I was a Beast Wars kid growing up. Like my Transformers turned into animals. You know what I mean? So these are.
We'll keep it moving. Now, here's a new Splinter for you.
I think it was awesome.
Yeah, it's got ankle swivel.
Yeah, they're learning. Playmates
They're
is
learning. Playmates is somehow learning. A minute ago, I shit talked them. Now they're learning. It's crazy.
This is cool. I would like to see if they're going to redo the turtles in a little bit better articulation because that first run was a little rough looking in my
And they
opinion.
had that weird cut, like shin.
They had weird cuts and they put weird texturing on them.
Yeah, they did have like nut texture all over.
Yeah, like
Who is this? Is this NECA? No, right?
No, it's
This
Playmates.
is Playmates.
So Playmates has a
They're doing a
remaster line.
It's a remaster line. It's basically like not like the Masters of the Universe remasters, but they're like doing their own turtle version.
So they're going back and redoing.
Yeah.
The rumor originally was just the turtles, and I guess those sold super well enough
Turtles sell, man.
that they also revealed Shredder, and now we've seen Splinter. So the next rumor is that it's going to be the first 8 from the back card back, and then we'll see where it goes.
How many of these legends you pre-order, Nico?
None.
Yeah, me neither.
Not a single one.
Super 7 announced Garfield.
The cartoon?
It says Nickelodeon Garfield.
It's got to be a cartoon.
But
I
isn't
can't
Boss
wait
Fight
for
doing Garfield?
Garfield.
Yeah, because Boss Fight has original cartoon Garfield. Yeah,
Super 7 also teased the 2003 Shredder.
we
I'm
might see this.
excited for the 03 Shredder, but then this being white and a purple glove kind of makes me nervous because he's supposed to be silver and black.
He also has the neck of bean elbow.
Well, that's their new double jointed elbow system that they have with the 03 Turtles. It's like an import bean elbow.
I
Yeah.
hate those bean elbows.
It
so
doesn't
much.
look bad on the Turtles, but on humans, it looks pretty rough.
That's the one thing I despised about
How about
NECA D&D. This is the coolest shit I've ever seen. There she is, the queen of the monsters, baby. This made me convinced that I might give Super 7 Ultimates Godzilla a chance, in the sense that I ordered their first Godzilla. That's the coolest
Batra
shit
looks
ever.
fucking
I
awesome.
like
Batra,
yes.
Batra gets no love because he's Mothra's angsty brother, and someone's doing it.
They're
Well,
fucking huge too.
So I was telling Leo and a couple other just toy guys, Mothra alone, Monster Arts Mothra, if you want to get her, is 300 minimum. Both of these together is 170. Don't even ask how much Monster Arts Batra is, because he's pushing even higher.
12.3 inches wide.
It's a foot long Mothra, dude. That's cool as hell. I love it. I'm debating the pre-order because Super 7's holding Beam Effects hostage, and that
Fuck, look at
pisses
that
me
thing.
off. It's huge.
Thing.
Huge. It's so gnarly.
You pre-order them
It's the only
both
thing I
together
hate.
at Super 7, you get accessory pack with the lightnings. I
It's the
got
only thing
4
I-
minutes left here. I'm just scrolling through. We'll talk.
You're good. Power. Let's just shoot the shit. Sorry.
Cold Slither.
Cold Slither.
Oh, Ring Man. That's crazy. That's cool.
Do you watch the Joe cartoon growing up?
Some of it, not all of it. Not all of it. Some.
Don't say anything bad about G.I.
I didn't.
Joe.
We're big Joe
How
guys
come?
here.
I
We're
love
big
me some
Joe
G.I.
guys here.
Joe.
We're big Joe guys here.
I want this for. Oh, this is so stupid, and I want it.
I'll be at San Diego. I'm gonna do my best to
Yeah.
get a couple of these for the show, if you know what I'm
There's a
saying.
list of pictures here. Prototypes for the Red Shadows Wolf Trooper here. They'll be at ZoloCon this weekend, so we'll probably get to see some more. I will actually be at ZoloCon as well this weekend. And so that's it. That's all I have.
Yeah, man. No, that's cool as hell.
Some cool shit coming.
Nah, dude, legit. We don't have much time left. Obviously, show runs for straight 2 hours, but it's been fucking awesome to have you. It's been great
Thanks.
to just shoot the shit, talk
Yeah, I
toys.
really appreciate you coming and hanging out and giving more information that you probably wanted to give out.
But no, we love it, dude. It's
I love teasing things. It gets people talking. It gets people interested.
yeah, it generates hype on its own, right?
We love talking about teases and speculation. Speculation's our favorite.
Yeah, we love theory crafting and wish fulfilling and praying for certain things to come back.
Yeah.
I'm still holding on to hope somebody's gonna kick Primal Rage out of nowhere. And
So we were talking about Godzilla before, right? And I totally never got back to
no,
what I
it's
was gonna
okay.
say.
Sorry, you're good.
I had the Ultraman license for retro action figures.
Shut the fuck up.
And everything that happened with Cardona, I don't want to say caused this avalanche, but it did.
Damn.
And I'm hoping down the line I can re-get it. But
Okay.
I did have Ultraman. If you look on my Instagram and you go all the way to the bottom, you'll see the concepts, the 3D models that I actually had approved.
Damn.
That's so cool.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's so dope.
What do you do? But I had to mention it because I was like, what the fuck did I not say before? I was like,
No, you're good. You're good, brother. That's so dope.
Oh, man, a
love
wrestling
Ultraman.
A retro Ultraman would have been sick.
Hey,
and there was going to be monsters.
oh my god,
Kaiju.
a retro Battler Balton, dude. Oh my god.
Go look at the 3D models. You're gonna laugh.
My god, dude.
That's
There's
so
a
sick.
Gamera.
Oh
Fuck! God damn it!
Oh, dude.
Gamera would have been awesome. That's what I want. I want a kaiju line that I can have Ultraman, Gamera, and Godzilla together. And right now it's SH Figure Arts, but I don't want to spend SH Figure Arts money.
Hundreds.
Dude, yeah, I think we're gonna have to end it there on that. Thank you so much for hanging out. Anytime you want to come hang out again, man, you're more than welcome. You know, this is
Hey,
awesome.
Thank you, guys. I
back to
appreciate giving me the time.
Kickstarter,
Yes,
please.
go
We
back to
need that
Kickstarter. We
blob,
need the blob. We're so freaking close, guys. 10 days. 10 days to
please.
get out there and do it.
1,500 hours away from the blob.
We're
Come on,
1,500 away.
that's doable. Somebody open
Let's
your
go.
wallet. You know a Saudi sheik,
Right.
help us
We're
out.
done. We're done in a few seconds. So I'll be at ZoloCon this weekend. We'll have ZoloCon and Toy Fair information next week. Thanks for hanging out.
Peace out.
Talk to y'all later.